There is something that happens in the real estate industry. You can almost set your watch to it every year, and it is the migration, the shuffling of the deck of realtors as many in the industry start to look around for other options, other brokerages, other places, join a team, leave a team. So I wanted to share a few thoughts with you today. Realtors are their own business. They're largely independent contractors doing their own thing, obviously under the umbrella, the rules, the compliance of their brokerage and the industry in general. But there's still, if Joe Schmo, the realtor, is out there with his billboards or his bus bench or his marketing stuff, it's his biz, right? And so with that, as people go through cycles in their business of success and not success, of ebbs and flows, sometimes they're feeling good, they're rocking and rolling, other times they're not. And what invariably happens when they're not is they start to look around, they start to get itchy feet, they wonder, what is it like on that side of that fence? And then it got me thinking about gyms. People go and join a gym. Oftentimes they do it when? At the new year, right? Because it's new times, new resolutions, new ideas. I'm going to do this year. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And it's so remarkably similar to the real estate industry. So with gyms, what makes one gym better than the other? Why would you join this one and not that one? When you think about the variety of gyms, you have gyms that are completely outfitted with the latest. It's shiny. It's like Instagram worthy. There's Zen rooms and meditation rooms and spas and saunas and steam rooms and all this. Then there's others where there's like rusty chains and big old truck tires you're going to flip. And it's much more do-it-yourself, nitty-gritty, less pretty. Didn't plan on that. At the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, are you in better shape? Have you grown your skill set as far as going to the gym? Are you in a better mindset? Are you just where you want it to be? When you envisioned that new version of you in January, are you there in March, in July, in October, and in December? But what happens throughout the year? You join the gym in January. Yeah, I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to do those classes. I'm going to use that equipment. I'm going to hire the trainer. I'm going to get my workout regime intact, and I'm going to be a better, fitter, happier, more productive by the end of the year. But then what happens? You get to March, you get to May, all of a sudden you're not going 4 times a week, you're going 2, then it's summer, and then you're going away, and then, oh man, I haven't been in a month. Well, I haven't been in 2 months. And then all of a sudden it gets to the end of the year. It's sweater season, so what better time to get in better shape? And then it's Christmas time, and then you're back at the gym. And it's this roller coaster we all go on as humans as far as our expectations on external factors to motivate us to do the work we know we need to do. I think you can take all of that concept as far as the gym, what's important to you, what do you see value in, what's going to get you out of the bed in the morning and get you there when you're still sleepy. You take all of that concept, all that motivation, external and internal, all of the reasons for being, and you translate that to the real estate industry. So here's the important piece for realtors out there. And it is, as we come to the end of the year, perhaps we didn't have the best year. We didn't achieve the sales goals we wanted, or build the database that we wanted, or do the number of deals we wanted. It just didn't feel good. And at the end of the year, you're sitting there looking at the wall, looking at your deal sheets and saying, man, that stunk, right? So then you look at the gym, you say, well, I didn't get in shape. Did I not get in shape because the equipment was bad, because the trainer didn't know what they're doing, or because I stopped showing up to the gym? I stopped putting in the work. I stopped showing up and coming out sweaty and sore, but better for it. And I can't speak for all brokerages and how they work, but when I look at our brokerage here at Bosley Real Estate, one of the big pieces we push and we really emphasize is training and the tools that are in the gym and taking part in them. Being a willful and an active participant in, whether it's better client service or better skills or marketing or all these other things that can add up to growth and getting in better shape and getting those abs that you want. All of those things, they work in concert. They're the seed, they're the plant, they're the farmer, they're the soil. They're all the stuff that you need to grow what you want to grow. It's the human nature, it's the trend that we often follow in this industry, that when we get to the end of the year and we're not sure what to do, if you're going to switch gyms, do it for the right reasons. Do it because it has better equipment, it has more convenient hours, the trainers are better, the value is better. At the end of the year, I know I'm going to have the accountability that I need to get into better shape, to grow my personal health, my personal business, do more deals, meet more people, make more connections, offer more real estate value to the world. If that's what that other gym is going to give you, 100% go to that gym. But if the current gym you're at has been offering services and training and new tools and new resources and new activities to get you in better shape, you signed up for those things, but you didn't go to the classes, well, then that's a different conversation with yourself. And this is the thing with our industry is at the end of the year into the new year, you'll see people will switch brokerages, they'll switch gyms because perhaps it's closer, or maybe it has shinier new equipment, or they have that commercial, or your friends are there, all this other stuff, right? But if the previous year wasn't the success that you hoped it was, the key is to ask yourself, was it not successful because of the work that I put in, because of the efforts that I made, or was it not successful because of the tools that were at the gym, or the trainers weren't training, or the equipment was always broken, or it was out of date, or it just didn't feel good. It didn't get you going, right? And we all have different reasons, like going back to the rusty chain in the old truck tire versus the meditation room and the steam room. We all have different things that are going to motivate us to go to our respective gyms. And so that's the key point in all of this is find the place that's going to allow you to get into the best shape, the place that vibes the best with you. You know, if you like being in a place where you're going to talk to colleagues a lot and you're going to hear lots of ideas shared and there's constant training and new ideas and brainstorming and masterminds and, hey, 4 of us are going to get together to work on this, or accountability partners and marketing support, trainers there's free yoga classes. The place is spotless and there's always new equipment or new ideas getting shared. That's the stuff that motivates you to get to the gym, get to the office every day or whenever you need to get there to get in shape. That's the stuff to pay attention to. We have to be in a place that motivates us, that excites us, that pushes us. Even when we don't want to, it's sort of nudging us from behind and keeping us going in the right direction. That's the gym that's going to get you in shape. That's the brokerage that's going to help you grow your business, right? And that's what makes this business such a tough one is some people are cool with that. They're fine on their own. They don't need anything. Thank you very much. And then there's others who want or need that sort of human back and forth thing that happens to help them get through those challenging times. And that's where you as an individual have to gauge and understand what you need out of a gym in order to succeed and get into your best shape by the end of next year. And then all of a sudden you're doing better work, right? Your client work, your client service is just getting at a higher and higher level because you're more efficient, you're in better shape, your skills are better, you're motivated, you're in a better place mentally, physically, and otherwise. So that's the reason to change, right? When you can see yourself at the new gym with different equipment, perhaps better trainers, there's all the stuff that you need to propel yourself forward and keep propelling yourself forward. That's the stuff that when you get into the end of the next year and you look back and you say, holy cow, am I sure glad I made that change? Look at me now. I hope all of those lane changes between changing gyms and changing brokerages made sense. If you're ever curious to know more about Bosley Real Estate, what we're doing here in the Niagara region, we're a brokerage that's based on collaboration, on working together, on sharing ideas, on holding each other accountable. We pump each other's tires. We bounce ideas off of each other. We show up for training, for mastermind, for collaboration. We learn, we embrace new tools. We get frustrated together and we figure it out. If somebody has a problem that they can't figure out, I can guarantee you there's somebody down the hall who's there to help them. And overall, we have fun, right? This is a stressful business. This is a business of ebbs and flows, of tension and resolution, of how are we going to figure this out? Oh my gosh, we just figured it out. But it's so much more fun when you're at the gym working out together and you leave and you've gotten through the grind of whatever it was, or the wins and the celebrations of whatever it was, when you've done it together. And then you do it again, you do it again, and you do it again. And that's exactly what we're doing. Thanks so much. See ya. Bye.